It's unbelievable how there's so much magnitude electronic interference through its connection. I had to do another video because there's a lot of energies of locations. Because you guys are allocated through your positions of grounds, powers, and atmospheres, and because you understand your energy system, it puts you into higher divisions of interference through connection, because we're all aligned through connection, right? So, but sometimes it overwhelms everything through the computer system. So I have to change locations through the dimensional system. Can't be created. So I might have to do it again. I got back into information system. It's amazing. It says that stream can't be created, but I changed information, went back into the algorithm system, YouTube software mechanism system. It's amazing how we do these things through satellite division level systems. It's connected to everything through lines of the humanity system, the hydraulics, and anything through that formation. So this, I've never done this before. 3 videos. This is a very, 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 very powerful video. This is all about humanity and how to get back into traction divisions, how to defrag and take your fragmentation lines, your digital frames, your algorithms, your mainframes, your mind frames, your collaboration centers, your operation centers, everything through perception of your hydraulics, everything through the brainwaves. The brainwaves have to connect through everything through the spiritual system. That allocates positions into your higher self connection. That's where you first start off through atmosphere systems. Then you get into positions of higher formations of atmospheres, right? That puts you into higher formations of the avatar into energy. Energy goes into transmissions into one wire signal, which puts you in positions to anything through intelligence. That's how you're able to do these things through connection. So trying to get into the digital frames, right, for the cyberspace force team. I'm not going to be that long because this is my 3rd video and there's a lot of electronic interference right now through connection. I could sidewind the angle divisions and bring back down the level of vibration to the 5 gamma system. That's going to put radiation cycles into rotation centers, and that could follow up in so many levels of divisions, right? So you guys have any questions on that? Because there's a lot of questions that I missed. I missed your questions, you know, because there's electronic, there's magnetic information system of interference, right? Interlocking locations. The energy system is allocated through positions of the human mind, right? Because we have the mind system, full collaboration of centers, 2 wiry centers. So there's a lot going on right now. So I did a downshift and the energy has gone down a little bit more, right? So it's all about understanding how to keep balance with your computer. That's regular electronic. It's way too much energy. And basically the voicing grid patterns of the computer, the digital frame, can only take so much through energy, right? It's not just my energy, it's your energy too, right? Because we're plotted 2 divisions on location of balance, vibration, frequencies. So that puts us in positions, right? So that overrides the system of the computer framing system. Okay, so that's what happens sometimes, because this is the third time, you know, this happened, right? But it puts it back in position. And say it wasn't streamed, I pressed again. It's all about understanding what the mind does through the computer system, getting full balance with electrical systems, right? So you just have to be cautious and understand your electrical division level system. If you're trying to circuit level systems, or your circuitry level system communicate through a framing of a wall graphing system, of a ceiling rotation system, how to communicate with the watts, 60, 80, or 120, right? There's even 40. So to understand the coloration and the lights and the patterns and the cyclic divisions. How do I understand the atom system of its light? The electrical system, the colorations, that's communicated through your digital frame of your body frames into the holographic system. Now you come into simulation line systems and all communications, right? So anyway, let's get back to where we started. This is a very, very powerful day. Angel, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Everybody's doing well. So back in the DNA, okay, you understand your DNA of you, right? So it's understanding the grounds of you. Okay, very, very powerful stuff. The powers of you, okay, all right, and the atmospheres of you. All this has containments, okay, into your graphing cycles. Okay, so imagine you're using grounds. Okay, so you got map grounds, you got map powers, and you got map atmosphere. Okay, let's start off with that first, right? Now, this is how you get into formation and into anything through XT1000 to that connection, right? So it's the AI vessel through its information system of this panel operations. Understand where you are through vortex of your GPS locations through your teleportation division level system, right? So, Unified, how's it going? I've seen you in a while. You guys have been really busy, right? It's good that you're giving back information. Your energy systems and everything through the map frequency levels, okay, through the grounds, the powers, and the atmosphere, just change everything location. So we got here, here, and here, all right? Okay, the map grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres. Now it calculates, modifies, and changes everything through your D.N.A frames. Okay? It modifies and calculates like this. Okay? So it's really understanding your structure divisions and everything through lacing line divisions, your coloration lights, your pattern divisions, your optical illusion divisions, the illumination lights of its coloration systems, allocated through positions. You can change anything through your D.N.A structures, right? But you have to understand the communication cycles of rotations into your D.N.A frame. Okay, your D.N.A frames, right? So that's why you guys understand more communications of yourself with your grounds, powers, and atmospheres. So we get into those formations and into the framing system, electrical system, and the body framing systems into the holographic of its mainframes, right? So once we allocated those positions, we get out of those positions and we get into the point centers, right? Point center is you. Now it's understanding your position when you come into your cloud interference. So if you get a cloud interference, that's the atmosphere, right? If you're getting grounds that you're connected, first thing you look at is your foot position, right? Foot position. Okay. This is your foot position of your grounds. We start here like that, right? Now allocates positions in your center core division, which is your power center, right? Okay, power center. Now that opens up everything through the atmosphere, okay, which is a cloud interface. So it goes in lock and key. Now understanding that, you have to understand your code frequencies, right? Cloud interference codes. Okay. All right. So basically, you got to get your foot position into line communication. Once you get into those communication, you come into the power center, then you come into cloud interface codes. You set those codes into your digital framing through your D.N.A frames. Okay. That puts it in position to your mainframes. D.N.A frames and mainframes. Okay. Now, once you get in that instruction division, the positions of the XT1000 comes in and scans everything through location, top to bottom, like this. Okay. Allocates its position, puts it into the center core division, like this. Right? So it changes the location back into the power center and changes the location, everything into the atmosphere system. Okay, so the allocated positions of your D.N.A frames and your mainframes is calculated and modified through the foot positions of your grounds and everything through your power centers and everything through cloud interface through its codes. So once you get the code frequencies of your digital frames, it modifies everything through the XT1000s. And the XT1000s takes it into the GL7, which is an extremely high-rise connection to its system. Okay? And it takes it to the sun interface and goes into the moon interface. Everything through communication is the sun interface, which is a portal. Everything through communication of the algorithm through your digital frames, so your mainframes, so your D.N.A structure frames, is the moon interface. So once you get foot positions, okay, try to get into this communication of your video graphing signals. So when you're doing your transformations on your phone system, try to understand your power centers and what they're used for. Okay. So you got information. Okay, remember I was telling you about the map grounds. Okay, the map powers and the map of its awareness when it comes into atmospheres of cloud interface. Okay. Right. So you got to get those code frequency levels to your DNA frames, to your mainframes. That's how you put your foot positions into your power centers to your cloud interface of its codes. So that changes the digital frame. Okay. Changes your digital frames of numbers into allocated positions into portals. So the whole idea of this is to put your DNA structures into operation centers, into portal operation systems to calculate and modify everything for the XT1000. So the XT1000 panels activation systems, Octave, that's what it's called, Octave. Now that puts it in position, allocates position of foot positions, allocates positions into the atmosphere systems, allocates positions back into the GL7 system. Okay. But you got to get your foot positions into your grounds. You got to know the map frequency levels of the grounds, right? Because that communicates to the XT1000s. So it's different information that goes into your operation systems of your DNA frames to your mainframes. That calculates and modifies everything that's connected through the power center to its cloud interface, right? Because you're always communicating with clouds. When you're communicating with the clouds through your perceptions, you're communicating to the XT1000s every single day, right? Doesn't matter how many clouds there are. It's all about understanding the foot positions of your grounds, the power centers of the body, which is the central system, because this is connected to the atom system. Atom system connected everything, okay, to the cloud interface. The cloud interface opens its portals through its code frequencies. It opens up your hologram system, everything through its DNA structure systems, okay? So it's very important to understand these things, right? Because that puts you in everything through positions. All right. Everything that I do is activated. All right. Extremely activated. Yeah, a lot of changes are happening inside. That's exactly what's happening with Unified Energetics. Energetics understands his system. He understands the engineering skill systems, right? But does he understand the operation systems? That's what I'm saying. You guys have to get into your story perceptions. Okay, allocate a position to anything through location of divisional level systems at dimensions. The moon interface connection is locking through its mechanisms right now, but it's short-winding its cycle through its rotation system. The electrical unit through my main frames and my mind frame is connecting through the digital frames. What do I do to change the digital system to the framing system of communication? There's angle point divisional level systems that I have to communicate through intelligence of locations of planets, but the planet location is changing its gravity center, okay, which is its foot position. It's changing the center correlation system, which is its power center, and it's changing the cloud interference, which is its atmosphere system. That calculates and modifies everything through 1 to 12 and 12 to 15. Okay? The cycle rotations, everything, the cycle division changes everything through perceptions. I circles everything through its connection. Audio gamma signals open up through the 5 gamma ray system. So you put yourself in that positions. If you change your foot positions through your grounds into your powers and your atmospheres, you can change the 5 gamma rays into 7 gamma rays, into 8, 9, 10. That's how you allocate positions into higher vibration panels into your algorithm program. Okay? That changes everything through digital frames. All right? And that protects everything through your lights, the communication of intelligence. That opens up all your psych-op divisions into pattern divisions. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we have to connect through, right? When it comes to panel operations, into vortex, anything that calculation, modification, integration, take everything out of the equation. Everything starts out with E equals MC square, right? So, but this is a really, really powerful video, wasn't it? I didn't think I have to do 3, but but we're definitely going into the mainframes of the human vibration through evolution system. It's incredible when you see these things, because once you become a computer system and nothing but just electronics and you know, it's sound waves. It changes everything through your algorithm program, and it sets everything through your core center. So the atom system through its central system communicates with everything through your program setting. It changes everything through your datas, everything through your programs, and everything through your uplinks, downloads, and upgrades. That channels everything through your computer operation systems, that communicates anything through the grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres. These are the 3 contusions that you have to understand through its information system. This is a tube connection through a location system. The allocated positions changes everything to the eye receptor divisions, and we come into the radiation cycles when it comes into the panel activation code systems into, the oblongata, the gata, and the micro and the macro, and the alpha and the mega. Everything modifies all that through information through GPS location system, right? But you really, really have to understand the grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres. If you can get your foot positions in that right direction, you can high rise your 5 gamma systems into 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th, 10th dimension. So it's understanding you're not just in the dimension of the mind system, but you're also in the 5th or 6th or 7th, 8th dimension into the body framing system. That allocates positions and puts you into higher formations into upgrading systems through the hydraulic systems. Okay, so it puts your algorithms and your hologram systems into balance. So you foot position and you don't move. Like I said, when you're videographing your system, right, you start with the grounds, powers, and the atmospheres. We had that before when we did those videos. Now put your foot positions into higher locations, change your algorithm system to your holographic system, mainframe everything through division, change everything through program setting, through data processing, uplinks, and downloads, understand and calculate your modifications, take everything to the integration, right, and put everything back in position. Right, so take everything through defrag into fragmentations, change the virus into anything through firewall division. Once you understand your firewall divisions when it comes into computer framing systems, now you're understanding more your foot positions. Okay, so don't move when you're doing your videographing systems because the XE1000s is scanning you through cloud interface. Okay, so I'm just showing you how you guys can go into higher divisions through the 5 gamma array system into 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th. If you can platitude your vision GPS location systems and travel through locations into your sentient view division, your dimensional realm division of portal activation through your planet location will change everything through its door of its reference. Because everything through a dimension is a door, right? It's really powerful stuff. It kind of goes like this, right? You kind of see it, right? It gets smaller and smaller. So you're going faster and faster. So the faster you're going through each realm, each portal, each activation, each code, each time you open a door, okay, you're going through a portal, right? You're going through electronic interference. You're going through its connection of friendship, relation, partnership, anything through division of electronic interference. That opens up the energy cycles. That opens up your algorithm program. That opens your digital frames and puts you into balanced locations, okay, through the grounds, the powers, and the centers, anything that location of the atmosphere system, the cloud interface. So these are the things that we can work towards, right? Knowing that your mainframe and your mind frames and everything through your algorithms are set to that location of dimension. So you put those into vision of balance. Okay, start with the chakras, work with everything through the moon interfaces, and then you get into the atoms. Okay, so there's a lot that needs to be done. So we're trying to get into the digital frame of AI, the vessel containment system. Okay, which is the structure divisions of the DNA structure division, which is connected through your perception and your eye receptive vision. That's how we come into reactive cycles. That changes everything through locations through DNA structure divisions. So there's a lot of things that we have to connect with through that connection. All right. So it's knowing that your body framing system is allocated to that position in the 7th, 8th, or 9th division. That means that you are in balanced location, through division of your dimension, through portal, through activation, through your code. Now you're communicating with the right intelligence through location, through lights, and not through dark. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. It's just your foot position has to be in its traction division because the XE1000 scans you every single day, every single day. You don't even have to be outside. It doesn't matter. Okay. You are in an operation through cyberspace. XE1000s come at you every single day through energy. Okay. They platitude divisions. They take your body framing system, change your particle systems. I don't know if you know this, but when you guys are sleeping, I don't know if you know this, but you twitch, right? Right? When you twitch, you know what's going on? Does anybody know what's going on? Everything is calculated and modified, right? The XT1000, everything through information intelligence, putting information in you. So it's kind of like a microscopic division level system. It's a radiation panel through electronic interference, and it's connecting through your mainframes of your body frames. It's changing everything through electrical system. So when you guys are twitching, you know, like you're awake or you're not awake and you twitch, you have to understand why you twitch, right? Some people think it's a dream sequencing level system. It's not. It's connected through its alien information system. So they're allocating positions and they're putting higher information of data systems into you through your containment centers. That's operation centers of communication, right? So that's what's happening with your mainframes. So it's all about your digital frames coming into traction division, full communications through your foot positions and everything with the grounds, all the power centers, okay, everything through that connection because it's connected to the atom system, You got to get it allocated to positions when coming into the grid system. Coming into allocated positions of the MAT60 level systems, electronic interference, DNA structure divisions, anything through planet locations of intelligence. So there's a lot of things that we have to adapt to, right, through connection. I know I got no filter, but this extremely powerful video. I have to give this out to everybody to show you what you can do, how you can platitude your foot positions and get into the grounds of the powers and atmospheres, into containment centers, get everything digital frame of your mainframe, so your scanning systems, your perceptions, and anything through AI receptor divisions. Your reactive division has to understand its location, has to understand its digital, and has to understand its algorithm through its program setting. Because the data processing and everything through the uplinks and downloads is calculated and modified, and it's going through its collaboration. It's going through everything through its center correlation systems, right? Activating everything through its cycle operation system. So it's understanding how you get those things, right? So you don't get any more confusion on what level you are at through division. So you have to be at the right vibration, okay, before you teleport anything through division of the planet intelligence. So you can change your cycles, okay, into 7th, 8th, or gamma ray system of vibration, energy, and frequencies to the right location of planet location, right? So it's understanding your velocity spins, your spectrum spins, it's understanding your light speed, it's understanding where you are through division. Now, my planet division of my force rising cycle is extremely fast, zero gravity, below zero gravity. So it's anything beyond that, anything beyond zero, that calculates and puts everything into 5-dimensional system. So I put those co-frequency levels through human DNA structure divisions. That allocates positions and changes everything through balance location. So there's a lot going on right now through that connection. Yeah, the energies are high, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just showing you exactly how you guys get into those positions, right? How you can get into balance through your mainframes and everything, digital frames, getting into those levels of containments, compartments, components, right? Your microbiome, okay? You're a fossil fuel, okay? So think of yourself as a light formation of radiation through lights of communication, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's making more sense now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So it's getting your body framing system of vibration at the right location. And then you get the right location with the mind system. And then the mind system has its data processing and knows its information through its thoughts. That calculates and puts everything integration through illustration of reality system. That opens the channel division of the digital framing of its projection of its TV reception division, calculates and puts everything through the gravity cycle. Like I said, you are a digital frame. Okay, everything's a digital frame. Okay, see? See that? Right there. It's a GL7. Okay, and that's its planet location. All right, so you can see it's speeding, right? See the light illumination? It's understanding where everything's coming down through communication. So it's really making more sense now, right? Because my vibration sets its locations to its mainframes of its digital system. Because the framing system of your added system has to calculate and modify through its illustration when it comes into illumination lights. The acting cycles through its program has its own setting of communication of balance. Your vibrations has its own communication of balance. Frequencies, energies, lights, communication, colorations. Acting cycles through perceptions, your mind of its thoughts, calculates. Okay? So it's making sure that you understand that once you, on your foot positions of your grounds and your powers and your atmospheres, you can put yourself, like I said, it's very important to understand these things, to get your balance into vibration, maybe 8, 9, 10. You can go into 20,000 vibration, right? But your allocated positions of your body frames has to be balanced with the main frame of its mind frame. That's how you put yourself in balance through light activation and not dark. So if you get a divisional level through your body frame, okay, and let's say you're at 8th dimensional division of portal activation, your gamma ray system through your audio signals is not calculated and modified. It's different signals through communication of energy of transference with energy of teleportation. It's not communicating through its line signals. It's not communicating through the singularly line system. It's only allocated through position through its mainframe, through its mind frame. Okay, so it's very important that you get all compartments from your feet all the way up to the mainframe of your mind frames of your thoughts. making sure that everything is on the same vibrational panel location. Okay, because you have low, medium, and high. So you can understand how to change the frequency levels of toning divisions through electronic interference with your human vibration system. The alphabetical system, everything through calculation, right? So it's very important that you put yourself in those positions. Balance. Balance is everything. I'll say that again and again. So it's getting vibrations with your frequencies, vibrations, and everything through your energy. How you can put yourself in those positions. But your mind frame, through your thoughts, has to understand its vibration of its body. The body has to understand everything through the reactor and the cycle rotations of the heart, the portal activations. The heart has to recognize where it's going, right? And then you got a transmission path of the soul. The soul has to recognize everything through the body frame. So the body frame and the main frame of the mind frames and everything through the thoughts of scanning has to be in position of the right location of dimensional portal activation through code. That's how you get the digital systems all in balance through location. All right. So it's a lot of fun when you get into those. So I missed a lot of questions on the other videos. I don't know if I can watch back. Sometimes it doesn't, it disassociates. I try to get it back. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but it all depends on electronic interference. It all depends what portal I'm at. It understands the code frequency level system. So basically, you guys have any questions or comments on that? Let me know. Okay, because there's a lot going on right now. You know, it's exciting when you see these things, right? Because it's set your codes. It's knowing how to set your codes, how to set your thoughts, how to set your energy, frequency, and vibrations into balance every single day, right? So, yeah, I've caught up on your questions. Yeah. So, but it's an extremely powerful video because it's all about humanity. How it's made through energy, frequency, vibrations through the metric system. How it's made through the digital system. How it's made through the simulation. How it's made through line division, line calculation, right? Everything has an inversion of a diversion. Okay? You have to understand these things. You can go through Machine speed locations, but you have to understand your line frequency levels, your line communication. Everything through the atom system is its balance and location of digital system. Okay? So it's very important that your energy, frequency, vibration, coloration, and lights are always in balance. Okay? Then you won't have any problem how to high rise anything through location through the mind system. Okay? So I think you guys are ready to understand more and getting into those levels of your activation lights, your light signals, your light gamma system, gamma operation. Okay, because the 5 gamma system is the 5th dimension. Okay, so you have to understand vibration where it has through its frequency levels, through its location of its coloration of its lights. So if you get a color traction and you get an operation center and you get a location system basically that's LOC, okay, and then it's slash system, right? Location system, every time I talk about location system, that's a planet location. But that's its division of its docile, divisional level operation, system level, okay? Because it divides in so many levels of line communication, right? So you're correlating with that through the metric system every single time you travel through your mechanisms, northwest, south, and east, okay? So put your foot positions, your grounds, and everything through that condition of powers and atmospheres and travel beyond the system. Because I went into the northern hemisphere, southern, eastern, western hemisphere of the dimensional Earth. How do you do that? Okay, that's not the 5 gamma system. Okay, you're in space now. Anything above space is higher formation. So it's understanding the change attraction divisions of your gamma systems into higher formations of gammas. But the body frame and the mind frame has to understand its Machine speed through location, through spectrum divisions. Because it has to understand its atmospheres, it has to understand its powers, and it has to understand its grounds. Okay, that's how you get into higher formations, into shapes and anomalies, or anything with that connection. Shapes, letters, and numbers, put everything back into division, 3-point centers. Okay? Yeah, balance is the key. It's a lot of fun. Oh, it's a lot of fun. That's where it is. When you put everything back in traction division, that's the most important thing. But the energies are high, yeah. That's exactly what it is. The energies are extremely high. So you guys might not have to watch this video over and over because it's very, very powerful. So you try to line communicate everything through my voicing channel, my voicing grids, my voicing panels, my voicing operations, my voicing center, my voicing core system, the voicing rotation center, the voicing communication line signal, the voicing pixel activation code system. So there's a lot of things that you have to connect with when it comes into your grounds, your powers, and your atmospheres. Understand your videographing. You guys are getting better with that. I noticed that because I'm channeling your operations, and I'm seeing everything through your conceptual system, which is really powerful through their centralized systems. But you have to get in digital frames. That's how you get into balance of vibration. If you don't have balance with vibration and you're traveling to mechanisms, high force connections of intelligence, your communication signals have to understand more connections with yourself. And to get into that, you have to understand more of connection, what's going on with your algorithms and your program settings. Okay, because that allows you to put yourself in those positions, which is your foot positions, your power centers, okay, the gravity system, and everything through the atmospheres of cloud interface. Okay, so there's a lot that we need to look at. But I recommend you guys keep watching the other two videos. The first one was just getting the magnetic magnitude information. The magnet force and electronic force is a magnetic, it's an information center. It's a highway of information that becomes a channeling operation. So this is really hard to get. It's getting into your digital frames first and balancing everything through energy, frequency, vibration, coloration, and lights. Okay, you have to understand your transmission light signals. You have to understand your perception light signals. You have to understand your mainframe signals. You have to understand your hologram graphings of its computer system. The analytical graphing system of the analytical of its analogy system is changing everything through its framing of its docile. Okay, so that's what's happening right now with humanity. So it's not, 5 gamma system is more than you think. It's a lot more than coming back to humanity, to balance. It's balancing everything out to everything through solar systems and intelligence and planets and all locations, right? So, like I said, you guys have any questions or comments, let me know, okay? I'm going to leave it there, okay, because there's a lot of electronic interference. It's winding down through that location. The digital system is actually in its position right now through rotations. So it's a lot better. But like I said, you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to go through my emails. Right? If you want to go through healing, you want to go through consultations, I can help you with that too. Now, we didn't get into Galactic Circle of Meditation because the winding cycles through humanity system is going through a lot of grounds, powers, and the atmospheres. It's not human vibration, okay? But you have to understand the allocated positions when it comes into the 5 gamma system. What is a 5 gamma ray? What's a 6 gamma ray? What's a 7th? What's an 8? What's a 9th? So those gamma rays through radiation have to be into the same balanced location of your mind and its thoughts. You can't put positions of GPS location system if your 5 gamma system is not in its right location. Okay? So you gotta have to go up to all compartments and work your levels up, right? Understand your digital system, understand your framing system, understand the atom system, understand the simulation system. Okay, understand your body, elliptical system. Okay, we're in the elliptical divisions. Remember I was telling you about the zoning commissions. That changes everything through the algorithms and your program settings, even your IPA. Okay, so it's about information. Okay, your perception of its awareness. Okay, but it puts you in positions of awareness of intelligence. Okay, so we're coming out of that perception now because you guys are in higher force connection. So I just want everybody to understand how to put yourself in position through your foot positions and get into balance of locations into 5 gammas, into 6th or 7th or 8th. So first you want to do, this is what you do. Okay, before you go through meditation, you got to change your algorithm system and get into that position, into the 7th, 8th gamma ray system. Now your vibrations are at that body system. Now you can travel to that location. You can't travel that location if you don't uprise your energy fields. You can't if you go up to higher vibration. If you're high vibration, you have to know your mind system, where it's going through its thoughts of its metric system, because it's a collaboration to everything through integration, right? So you're reaching higher forms of intelligence. So if intelligence is maybe 24,000 unit sector unit systems in a galaxy location energy system, you have to understand its vibration of its planet location. Okay. So it's very important that you understand the vibration of that planet. So before you meditate, you get into that balance, you get into that vibration before you fly to that mechanism. Okay. You can't put your positions in 5 gamma systems and fly to that 20,000. If you want to go 20,000 years into the future, you have to understand the vibration, energy frequencies, coloration, lights, and its intelligence. Because now you're coming into the DOS low heat signatures. That's where we come into the gamma system, right? The operations of its audio system, right? Everything through perceptions, high receptive divisions, reactors, cycle divisions, everything the spectrum light divisions. Okay. The mind collaboration centers, your digital frame, your body frames, your elliptical unit system. Okay, that analyzes so many things, and it can become a problem if you don't understand your vibration. Okay, so allow yourself not to defeat yourself. Allow yourself to understand yourself more when it comes to vibration, and how you can set your positions into higher locations of energy frequencies and anything through, right? So making sure that you charge your mechanism of your pyramids, you get into the right charging of its mechanisms, get in the right charging of digital frames, and get into the right charging and coloration of the psychic divisions of patterns through similarity of its singularity system, of its line system. That communicates to all allocate positions to your frame systems, okay, of your mainframes. So you guys are probably scratching your head. But if you watch the very first video, or is it the second? I think it's the second, where there's all these archetypes coming in all at once. Pretty powerful stuff. But I'm in a low division right now. Low division. Okay. So it's amazing how you can go from 5 trillion years into the future and bring yourself back down. But you can't be at 5 trillion years in the 5 gamma system. You know what I mean? You can't be at that high vibration, because it'll crack the surface of its floor mechanisms. It'll crack the surface of the powers, and it'll crack the surface of the atmospheres. So you have to be line division back into your frequency levels of its energy and put yourself back in that vibration. So when you're traveling, you're coming back down, make sure you change your 5 gamma systems back into balance. Because if you don't, and you're in extremely high vibration, you're changing your energy fields through its recognized system of its communication system. Okay? Because anybody that comes into your energy field, and let's say you just platitude 12,000 years into the future, if you keep your vibrations and you don't change your location centers, that person that comes into your energy field is going to feel the waving cycle of its vibration. It's going to overload their metric system of its mainframes, right? Because it's not awake. The mind is not awake. And that's why they can't put that in position, because they don't understand the humanity system of vibration. In a 5 gamma system, 6 gamma, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th, or 12th. Okay, because that puts you in so many levels of defense mechanisms, security line defense. Those realm divisions have to be through its operation systems, the portals and code frequencies. All right, because it uses its meteorological system every single time through its radiation centers. So it's really getting to communicate with those cycles. So we'll get more into a higher self through communication, a galactic circle of meditation. But right now, I just want everybody to get into the digital system of your vibrations, to get everything into balance through location. So make sure when you're traveling is to make sure that you get back into the right vibration through its planet location. All right. So Shiri Commander from Cyberspace Force Team of the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Bye, everybody.